Okay. Hi, we're team two, and we're going to be presenting on type 1 collagen hydrogel tape for bone fractures. A little bit of background, a fracture is a partial or complete break in a bone. To your right are types of bone fractures. About 6.8 million fractures occur every year in the United States. These can be caused by traumatic injuries, diseases, or high impact activities. Recovery usually takes about 6 to 8 weeks, and anybody can experience a fracture, especially over the age of 50, because bone density decreases. The gold standard treatment is open reduction internal fixation, which is pictured in the lower right, procedure to realign the patient's bone, and issues with this include corrosion, undesired tissue interactions, and toxicity. The clinical need would be to create a biocompatible fracture treatment in the form of a tape to promote bone regeneration of the realigned bone and shorten recovery times.
So the way we plan to solve this clinical need is by using a temporary external fixator that'll handle all of the mechanical load and the biofunctional properties that essentially keep our bone together. We're going to supply nutrients to the wound site using an osteoinductive material. We are going to exclude metal/cytotoxic materials from the product, and then we're going to use target adhesion peptides to guide specific cell attachment. So the start of our product is a cross-linked collagen backbone. This backbone is created by chemically cross-linking chitosan, acetic acid, glycerol, and collagen to create an elastic bandage. The reason why, as stated earlier, we're using that external fixator is because this membrane only has a tensile strength of around 11 megapascals, which is not enough to sustain what we would need for the bone to stay in place. The reason we're going cross-linked is because it shows more vertical infill than non-cross-linked. Next is the hyaluronic hydroxyapatite hydrogel with a peptide surface coating. The hydrogel is made from cross-linking hyaluronic acid delivered HMD with GELMA in the addition of a hydroxyapatite. This is done at 365 nanometers. And then as well, there's an oxidation reaction that goes on as well to further confirm the chemistry of the surface layer. And then for the RGD surface coating, it's a 10 micromolar surface coating that just ensures that we're getting osteoblast adhesion to the surface of our material to make sure that our osteoconductive properties are working correctly. Next step is to implant in the patient. This means that installing that temporary fixator, as mentioned earlier, securely wrapping the bandage around the fixation site, cutting the bandage to the desired length, generally around one wrap around is advised, and then suturing the ends of the wrap together using degradable sutures.
Overall, our collagen tape will provide many advantages to other products. It will be biocompatible, causing little to no host response. It will be overall less invasive than bone grafts, which suffer from limited donor sites and donor site morbidity. And it will be less invasive than bone plates or screws that would need to be drilled into the bone and could loosen over time due to stress shielding. The biodegradability of our device will ensure that no material is left in the body once healing is completed, compared to current solutions like bone plates that leave metal inside and can cause complications in the future. And lastly, the osteoconductive and inductive nature of our device will provide more complete and faster healing because of its ability to stimulate the growth of new bone cells. Overall, the cost of our device will be lower than the current solutions, such as bone plates and bone grafts. Collagen is very abundant and easy to source from animals, only costing 21 cents per square centimeter. It is also inexpensive to manufacture the cross-linked scaffold using UV. The RGD peptides cost $280 for 50 milligrams, and the amount of peptides that would be used to the greatest effect is not known and will require experimentation to determine. But during manufacturing, this cost could be lowered from buying in bulk. And our hydroxyapatite will cost $253 for 50 grams. And like the peptides, the exact amount needed requires further investigation.
There are two common procedures that our product will be competing against. The first current treatment is open reduction and internal fixation, which uses rods and screws and can cost anywhere from $17,000 to $20,000. The second is a Regenicure patch, which is made from microporous ammonium methacrylate copolymer type A and a plasticizer, And for this, the complete healing process is 28 weeks. However, if they do a second surgery with a bone graft, the healing time goes down to 8 to 14 weeks. And this procedure is less expensive, but still ranges from $2,000 to $4,000. And our treatment compares to the competition because it promotes osteogenesis and bone realignment, but there's no metals involved because the tape is biodegradable, so nothing will be left in the body. It's one surgery, much less invasive, and the cost of collagen is less than what it would be for plates or screws or to do a bone graft. So overall, the procedure would be much cheaper than those on the market.
Thank you.